Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had in explanations. They're antithetical to the poetry of fear. In a horror story, the victim keeps asking why, but there can be no explanation, and there shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest, and it's what we'll remember in the end. My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream. Following a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there. I'd seen the hitchhiker too late. He was dead. I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again. Suddenly, his body was gone. I was in shock from the crash. I could hardly stay on my feet. I had to go to the lighthouse. I knew there was something important waiting for me there.
You don't even recognize me,
realized that the hitchhiker was a character from the story I'd been working on.
How does it feel to die by the hands of your own creation?
Stop! No! Damn it, die! No! No! No!
I was trapped. There was no way out.
I'm recording this in May 2021. We celebrated the 11th anniversary of the original game last week. I'm very happy to be doing this. I'm very grateful for the continued love and support that all Alan Wake's fans have kept showing us.
You are hurt. Go into the light. Well done. I have something important to tell you. It goes like this. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been. To its ports I've been. Do you understand?
No.
Follow my light.
I'm really happy that we got to make this remastered version, both for you, our fans, to return to it. With crisper visuals and modern technology, now we can take advantage of the power of the new platforms to offer improved graphics and better frame rate and improved cinematics, because they were not the best part of the experience due to some production reasons even back then. And of course, to give this opportunity for new players on new platforms to experience Alan Wake for the first time. This is the original game, remastered. This is not a remake. We have not touched the actual content and the story, just the visuals and the tech.
Pick up the revolver.
Now you'll
Good. You've done well. Remember what I've taught you. That is all. I will give you back your dream now.
In the nightmare, a terrible darkness was taking over the world. The lighthouse was the last safe place on Earth.
This isn't Wake! Just like... Just like... I can keep this up forever!
He's here. Alan, wake up. Shh, baby. Just another nightmare. Everything's fine. You dozed off.
Right. Anything more than dozed off would be news for everyone.
Cheer up, handsome. We're here.
Okay, so let's talk about beginnings a bit.
Stand next to that old gentleman.
I mean, for all of these creative projects, it would be nice to claim that these stories and these experiences, the visions of them, have just popped out of our heads and been ready. But in truth, it takes a long time, and there are many different beginnings for these stories. And sometimes looking back, it's even hard to say where it all began. Some ideas have been bouncing around in your head for a long time, and then suddenly it burst out from the dark, and there it is, and that's one nugget that ends up being a beginning.
One picture won't kill you. By the railing, next to the old man. Fine, you win this round. No tour shots on the ferry. Bet I'll get one of you yet.
Yeah?
Hey, bestseller, how's my favorite writer? Are you there yet?
Barry. Yeah, we just got it.
Are the locals giving you trouble? Just say the word and I'll hop on a plane and come make sure that you're left alone, Al.
No, Barry, we're fine.
Great, great. Just want to make sure you can relax and recharge. So, how is the place? Has it gotten your creative juices flowing?
Barry, we're just settling in.
Okay, Al. I'll call back later to make sure you're doing okay. And you call me if there's a problem, okay? Okay. Just looking out for you, buddy. Talk to you later.
I love you too, Barry.
You know he's going to be calling you every 5 minutes.
Barry is Barry. I can always turn off the phone.
What did I tell you?
Text message from Barry. He says hi to you too.
Alan, we're here. Come on, let's get back to the car. We need to stop at the local diner to get the cabin key from the landlord, a Mr. Carl Stuckey. He's waiting for us. I'll go fill her up while you get the key. I'll pick you up here in, say, 15 minutes?
Sure.
Alan, thank you for coming here with me.
I love you too. Go on. I'll promise to behave. I'd forgotten there were still places like this. Towns where everybody knew everybody.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner.
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for...
Mr. Wake. Alan Wake. Oh, God! I am your biggest fan. I know people say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rose.
Rose, I'm looking for Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl? Oh, of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the restroom. He'll be back in a moment.
One of the beginnings for Alan Wake deals with the structure of the story. Working on Max Payne games, I was writing a movie in my head, traditional three-act structure. But that was around the time when everybody was watching DVDs, season DVDs of TV shows. And I started thinking that this would be an awesome structure for a game story, because of a similar length.
Are you serious? Coconut again? You disgust me. Call yourself a rocker. Unbelievable. Ha!
You put the lime in the coconut, drink them both up.
Just because we're brothers, don't think I won't murder you
It
in
does
your
that.
sleep.
Get stuck. Yeah, you need to give it a good solid whack. 'Cause I got a plan.
What?
You need to give it a good solid whack. 'Cause I got a plan. You need to give it a good solid whack. 'Cause I got a plan. You need to give it a good solid whack. 'Cause I got a plan. You need to give it a good solid whack. 'Cause I got a plan. You need to give it a good solid whack. 'Cause I got a plan. You need to give it a good solid whack. 'Cause I got a plan. You need to give it a good solid whack. 'Cause I got a plan. You need to give it a good solid whack. 'Cause I got a plan. You need to give it a good solid whack. 'Cause I got a plan. You need to give it a good solid whack. 'Cause I got a plan. You need to give it a good solid whack. 'Cause I got a plan. You need to give it a good solid whack. 'Cause I got a plan. You need to give it a good solid whack. 'Cause I got a plan. You need to give it a good solid whack. 'Cause I got a plan Yes, that's my favorite tune. Coconut.
Shut your mouth, you demented has-been. If I had my hammer, I'd shut it for you. Jeez.
Tune number 6 in the jukebox.
Children of the Elder God. Now there's a song for you.
Now that's what I'm talking about, yes!
This is it. I've died and gone to hell.
Don't go in there, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
I think I can handle it, ma'am. I didn't want to wait. I wanted to find Stucky, to get the key and get out as soon as possible. The waitress was giving me a headache. Overeager fans always did. Hello? Mr. Stucky?
Carl couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he was taken ill. But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
I wish you a good stay in my cabin. I'll come by later to check how you've settled in. And to meet your wife. I insist.
Thanks.
Cauldron Lake is a special place. Very inspiring.
You got lucky this time, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
This really ought to be fixed.
Even that sounds better than your singing.
Are you all right?
The Andersons, they're, local musicians. We're waiting for Dr. Hartman to come pick them up. They wandered off from his clinic at the Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Bye, Mr. Wake.
Mission accomplished. The key and the directions.
My hero. I got some flashlights, just in case.
Hey, wait! Mrs. Wake! Your keys!
That diner was a real nut house.
Can you believe this place? This would make a wonderful setting for a book.
We're supposed to be on vacation, Alice. I'll figure it out when we get back home. Okay?
Okay. We can talk about this later.
Batman here on KBFF.
I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to bury my head in sand.
Here's another one of my favorites to go with it.
Once upon a time, I was a successful writer, but that was a long time ago. I hadn't been able to write a word in 2 years, not since my last book.
And now the weather. It's gonna be a clear night, so you folks in the big city might want to look up every once in a while, see those stars winking down at you. It gets pretty dark out here, but they'll light your way.
Wow. It's gorgeous, Alan.
Another beginning also goes back to the time when I was working on Max Payne games. I went to study screenwriting at Theatre Academy of Finland, and I wrote a couple of movie screenplays studying there. And one of them was this horror movie, screenplay for a horror movie that I wrote in Finnish, actually, and the title was Pohjavesi, which translated would be groundwater, but maybe kind of more accurate tonally would be to call it undertow. And there were a few elements there that I later decided to steal from myself, and they all ended up as part of the story of Alan Wake.
The island had once been the site for a love story. Maybe it would be that again.
Here we go. Let's take a look inside.
It's dark in there. We need lights. Can you figure out how to get the power on, honey?
Hello? Anyone here?
For a moment, the oppressive feel of the nightmare I had seen on the ferry returned. Damn. The cabin looked like a time capsule from the 60s, or even earlier. I needed to get the power running in the cabin. There had to be a fuse box or a generator somewhere on the island.
The power cable goes to that shed over there.
An old generator had been connected to the power cable.
The lights are on! Good work, honey. I'll freshen up a bit and start settling in.
Okay. I'll look around a bit.
Sure thing! Have fun!
It was a beautiful place. I told myself I could rest here, sleep here, and forget about my work. I thought we could be happy here.
So in this movie screenplay that I had written called Undertow, there are several elements that I lifted and used in Alan Wake. The Anderson brothers, Tor and Odin, are already part of that. There is this witch-like character from
Alice?
Slavic folklore called Baba Yaga. And obviously her echo is very much present in the dark presence in Barbara Chacker. And this mystical light switch, the clicker, is also part of this horror movie story already.
Alan, I'm upstairs. I have a surprise for you. Surprise!
Alice? What is this?
I guess I have a small confession to make. I thought maybe you could write here that a change of scenery would get you past—
Damn it, Alice, everyone
Hey, just hear me out. There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman. I read a book of his. He has a private clinic here. He specializes in helping artists.
So now you want to get me committed?
No, it's not like that. That's not— Alan? Alan?
Just don't! I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice! God damn it! I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark. I needed some time alone to think things through. Damn it. Alice? Alice? Alice! cabin had gone dark. All the lights were out.
Another beginning that also was a lot in my mind already working on Max Payne games and just bouncing around ideas and wanting to do something different compared to Max Payne was that it just felt like a big deal and important.
Alice? Alice? Oh no!
Keep going, Alan. Wake up.
Alice?
Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one nightmare and entered another. I couldn't remember how I got there. All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Alice. The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot. Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover either.
For me, looking back at Alan Wake and the story of Alan Wake,
Station was my best
certain
bet.
things
They'd have a phone
just
I could
feel
use. It
like
looked
they
a
have
long
staying
hike through the
power
forest to get
and,
there.
and feel very significant and important for the overall experience. Wake says in the opening line, he talks about the unanswered mystery as something that stays with us the longest. And then we have a poem from Thomas Zane where he says, "Beyond the shadow you settle for, there is a miracle illuminated."
Hello? Hello? Is someone there?
The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night. The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned, Matt. Departure by Alan Wake.